Hello, everybody, and welcome to week number 4 of the Liquid Pasture Community League. I am Loop, and I am bringing to you this game today, a little bit delayed. Usually our games take place on Saturday afternoons. Today it is a Sunday afternoon, but it is between Team Page 1 on the Dire side and Team number 65, or the staff team, on the Radiant side. Anyway, if you haven't been keeping track, this is the Liquid Community League. This is a league started up and brought to you by Awa, who, for various reasons, he had to drop it. And so I've picked it up. I'm kind of the administrator, the main caster, and so I bring to you these games because, hell, the Liquid community is absolutely awesome, and I love doing this. So anyway, we're just going to jump right into the ban phase. We have from Team number 65, Bat Rider, being banned out, and from Team Page 1, Nyx Assassin and Magnus, all fairly standard. I mean, those three, Darkseer, Keeper of the Light, are four of the most standard bans, I think, right now. Makes sense. They're four very powerful heroes who contribute a lot to a team, no matter what role, no matter where they happen to be playing in. And you can do a lot with those four picks. So, just waiting on the last ban out, and then we're going to see exactly what... excuse me. Both teams will be going for this game. I haven't been able to cast any of the matches for either of these teams yet, so I am a little excited to see just what kind of strategies that they run. And it's an Undying, actually. Okay, so Keeper of the Light and Darkseer both in the pool, and you're going to see the Darkseer first picked, which makes the most sense to me. Darkseer, obviously, is pretty much the most versatile hero in the game, in my opinion. Can do pretty much anything, wins any lane that you need him to. Especially if he goes one-on-one, he's almost impossible to shut down. So, a good first pickup by Team Page 1. Alright, and I wouldn't be surprised, you have the Keeper of the Light in here, so it's almost... I almost want to say it's a guaranteed pickup, but I don't quite want to use that word. But it is a very strong pickup for sure if they decide to go that route. They could go Phantom Lancer, and there it is. That's the Phantom Lancer, and I imagine that this will be the Keeper of the Light as well. Just, because Phantom Lancer wants Keeper of the Light, and Keeper of the Light, if there's one person he likes to be with, it's Phantom Lancer. And as if to say I'm psychic, which I'm not, and I'm actually not that intelligent, so please don't mistake this. I got lucky on this. It is Phantom Lancer and Keeper of the Light. So, now the question is, how do you respond to that? Gyro still in the pool. They could go Gyro. Gyro is a very good counter to it. He seems to be the flavor of the month against Phantom Lancer. So maybe we'll see a Gyro pickup here. There is also the possibility of seeing something like a Luna. Luna does pretty well against Phantom Lancer, especially in the mid-game. She gets up a little bit faster, in my opinion, gets going, and then is able to fight him head-to-head in the later stages of the game, depending on how you build her, of course. And you can take away a lot of Phantom Lancer's farm if you play the matchup correctly. But it is all... and a Luna. Okay. Yeah, so Luna, like I was saying, really good pickup against it. Can fight pretty well in the mid-game. If you decide to go with a 5-man team fighting route, it'll do you a lot of good. And a Shadow Demon as well. So, two of the pretty standard picks against the Phantom Lancer, and I think it's probably the smartest move that they could have done. Luna scales well late game. Shadow Demon's able to disrupt and, keep the Phantom Lancer down. If you get detection, he's not really going to be able to escape you in that regard. So, good pickups by them, and we'll see what they decide, Team 65 decides to do here with their third pick. I imagine it'll probably be a mid. It'll either be a mid or they're going to complete the tri-lane, which I think they would have liked to have had the Shadow Demon, which is a big reason why it was picked up when it was. But I do believe that picking up the Shadow Demon does help out both sides. So, I am curious, we might... If they really wanted to be living life on the edge, they could run a Visage. A Visage here, if you've watched Liquid's games at all, a Visage can be a strong pickup if you're expecting them to offensively tri-lane, or if you just want to offensively tri-lane yourself. You could do the Visage pick, and you can run Keeper of the Light, Phantom Lancer, Visage as an offensive tri-lane, I feel. It is actually a pretty strong pickup. But we'll see. You have to have somebody who's really confident in him, and the hero does require a lot of skill, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it not picked up. But we'll see how it what they decide on. Okay, it's an Ogre Magi. I don't really know how to talk about this one. Ogre Magi is not too terrible. He has a reliable stun at least. can get the damage, get the kills on. If they are expecting an offlane Darkseer, they can get the kills on him pretty easy. I probably would have. I probably would have liked to have seen something else, maybe, but you know, it is all based on personal taste, I suppose. That being said, Bloodlust is very, very effective for what it does, and you know, his other skill, which I don't remember the name of, Ignite. Thank you. Is not too bad as well. You know, maybe not the ideal pickup, but if you're confident with it, then that's all that really matters. Taking a look at bans here, I'm actually kind of surprised to not see a Leshrac ban out from Team 65. I would imagine they are going to be looking to pair a stun with the Shadow Demons, and Leshrac and Lina, in my opinion, are two of the best stuns that you can do with that. So they could run that way, and I would have been more surprised to see them ban that out. TA actually is a pretty smart ban out there. Ban out after what's been picked. TA against the Dire team, or against the Radiant team, would have been pretty nasty to fight against, especially if she got rolling, and then they could just turn that into 5-man team fighting so early and so quickly that Phantom Lancer would not really have much of a chance to get up anything. Seeing the rest of the bans, by the way, from Team Page 1, we have Queen of Pain, Bounty Hunter, and Windrunner, and a Silencer ban as well as the TA, as I was talking about earlier from Team 65. But it's going. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, the bans from Team Page 1, I think, are pretty standard. I would have thought a Lone Druid ban out probably would have been good as well. But it is possible that they could still pick one up and then run an aggressive tri-lane with the Darkseer mid. So maybe they are holding out to pick up the Lone Druid. But I'm still not exactly sure what they're going to be doing with that. So we're going to have to wait and see. And it also all depends on this last ban, which I feel it really should be a ban out on the Leshrac, but it is all, even if they ban the Leshrac, they'll still have a pretty good follow-up. They're still going to have the chance to pick up a pretty good follow stun with Lina. Okay, so it's a Night Stalker ban. So a lot of mids banned out right now, and I'm trying to think who still is left in the pool that could work. Brewmaster still is left in the pool. That could work for Team Page 1. So that's a pretty good pickup, I feel. If they were to go Brewmaster, I feel like that might be their best thing, unless they want to run the Darkseer mid, in which case I would say like the Lone Druid, again, would be a good pickup. Hard to say other ones. Oh my gosh, a Brewmaster pick. I promise to you this game is actually 100% live, and I am just telling random guys out about this. I am not psychic in any way. And we have a Brewmaster and a Storm Spirit picked up. So Storm Spirit probably going to be in the mid against the Brewmaster. Should be an interesting matchup. I haven't really ever watched Brewmaster versus Storm Spirit, so I can't tell you who has the advantage here. Brewmaster is really tanky, and once he gets 6, he is incredibly powerful. And they're probably going to be 5-man roaming. Storm Spirit likes to get up his levels, needs that. Really feel like he needs an Orchid in order to do a whole lot, just because of how much mana that you use up and how quickly you go through it. I mean, he gets up the Orchid, or if he can go for the fast Bloodstone and he can make use of it, then he can go for that. But either way, he needs a lot of mana, and he's more of a ganking role. So they're going to be trying to use him to create space for the Phantom Lancer to be farming up. And I mean, obviously we're talking. They need another support from the looks of it, and a Leshrac is still in the pool. But they go with the Nature's Prophet, so interesting picks on that. They are going to be trying to push, which does work pretty well against the Phantom Lancer. If you can push early enough, that's going to be very strong. I feel like Leshrac might have been the better choice if you went with the old Split Earth Edict build. And granted, even though Edict does have that cast animation now, it's still not a bad idea, just because of how effective it is against towers and how quickly you can push. Granted, Nature's Prophet does give you a bit more in the mid-game, I suppose. He's the global pushing from his ult and from his ability to teleport anywhere and use the trees. You know, it is going to suffocate the Phantom Lancer just a bit more, but we're going to see how that works out. And the last one we're going to have is a Clockwork. So actually, the Team 65 has a lot of initiation range, I have to say. They do have a lot of initiation range and good ganking potential. So that's what it would be. I have to imagine that that's what they're going to be looking for in their lineup. So I'm pretty sure also I think the lanes are fairly predictable. Nature's Prophet is going to be Jungle Nature's Prophet. I mean, unless they do something really weird in which they offlane the Nature's Prophet, jungle the Darkseer. But I don't imagine that they're going to be able to do that. Alright. Anyway, we'll start with the introductions. On the Dire team, we have Allure on the Luna, Based Heverin style on the Shadow Demon, Gadfly on the Brewmaster, Horza on the Darkseer, and Slippy on the Nature's Prophet. And on the Radiant side, we have Emerald Gawain on the Storm Spirit, the Emulator playing the Phantom Lancer, Carvanel on the Ogre Magi, Firebolt on the Clockwork, and Bright on the Keeper of the Light. So, as I said, the lanes were fairly predictable after you saw the picks. Brewmaster mid, Darkseer on the off lane, Luna and Shadow Demon up on the top, and Nature's Prophet obviously going to be jungling. And then on the Radiant side is also, again, Clockwork off lane, Emerald Gawain on the mid, and the tri-lane of Carbonell on the Ogre Magi, the Phantom Lancer, and the Keeper of the Light. So, checking the ping right here, yeah, it is US 1A, US East. Oh, and they're... Oh, Darkseer... I don't know if that's what he wanted to do. Firebolt, what did you do? Firebolt, what? Well, that was probably the easiest first blood to see. Firebolt, I don't know why you were there. I'm not exactly sure what that was, but we'll talk about that later, I suppose. Dying like that to a Luna, and I'm pretty sure Luna did get the kill on that. Yeah, Luna got the kill on that. So, Firebolt feeding first blood pretty early on before the creeps even spawned, getting caught out by the Shadow Demon, and then cogging himself in. When I'm pretty sure he could have just walked away. I mean, let's see, movement speed is 315, movement speed for Luna is 330. He could have gotten back to the tower. Shadow Demon wouldn't have been able to catch him. Oh, Firebolt. But, as you can see, Darkseer taking a lot of harass damage as well. He put his first point into Surge. I'm not a big fan of this. I think the first point into Ion Shell is a little bit better. You could double Ion Shell up your creep wave and man it and get the wave all the way back to your tower on the first or second try. Shadow Demon has items. I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, checking out last hits. We're just going to see the early last hits. Brewmaster leading in mid at 5 to 5 now, actually. Oh, wow. So, yeah, both of them have getting about half the creeps per wave so far. So, pretty even battle imp in mid here. Not a whole lot of harass going on. Brewmaster more than tanky enough to survive through it, so he's going to take a little bit of damage just from the Storm Spirit. The Storm Spirit has the range advantage, is going to be able to have rune control, so that is going to be maybe a bit of a problem. Storm Spirit he's going to sacrifice rune control a lot in order for this, but it should be okay. The Brewmaster really needs to get the levels more than he needs to get the farm. I'm not sure exactly how he's going to build the Brewmaster. I mean, whether or not you want to go for the quick ags is up to you. Oh, takes a good amount of harass back, but he does have the bottle up, and he's not going to have. This is going to be a kill. I don't know. Yeah, good kill. Good kill out of there by the Storm Spirit. Punishing the Brewmaster for getting a little too aggressive. Got his bottle just in time. Was able to get the mana up and basically took it to him. Oh, and another kill on Firebolt up on top here. Did just manage to miss that, but so sorry about that, guys. I think it was Shadow Demon. Yeah, Shadow Demon got that kill. So you can see he just got himself caught out there. Soul Catcher and the Disruption both seem to be used. Oh, and Darkseer and Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi is going to watch him walk by. Looking at Phantom Lancer, his farm's pretty decent. He's got enough now for his boots. He's probably going to be going straight into Tranquil Boots. Has the Ring of Protection already in his inventory. So yeah, fast Tranquil Boots just to be able to take the Darkseer harass from the Ion Shell. And then this way his supports don't exactly have to be doing a whole lot. Good ward here by the Darkseer, I have to say. But they do know exactly where that is. So they will be able to come back and clean that up whenever they get the gold for it. And they actually, Keeper of the Light does have the gold. Oh, Firebolt. Firebolt getting trapped out there by 3. Uh, every time I look away, Firebolt fails another death, I guess. Or Firebolt feeds another death. I guess that would be more appropriate. Well, regardless, it's all semantics. Anyway, checking out the last hits, we can see Luna's doing really well. Even with getting as many kills as she has, she's still got 21 last hits. Phantom Lancer has pretty much had relative free farm at the bottom here. He's sitting on 9. Oh, this is going to be a good gank. Keeper of the Lights Illuminate comes in, stun from the Ogre Magi, and Storm Spirit. I don't know if they have enough. Yeah, they have enough damage. Mana Leak on him as well, and that seemed to be a little bit more overkill. But he is going to be able to pick up the rune. He saw the rune top when they roamed around to get him. So good kill there by the Radiant side. So they've got 2 kills for the Storm Spirit, or 2 kills on the Brewmaster. Nature's Prophet has the early glove of haste, so he's going to be going for a Hand of Midas. Checking out Luna's items, 4 branches. She does have a really fast Midas. I mean, she did just use it, so a 4.5 minute Midas, maybe. I have to assume. Yeah, there's no way she got like a 3 minute Midas, although she did have First Blood. But a sub 4 minute Midas, and Phantom Lancer still working on his Tranquil Boots, I have to assume. He does have 10,000. He does have 1,000 gold in his inventory right now. Still hasn't bought the boots, so maybe he is waiting. Who knows? Maybe we might see another Midas. It is possible. You never know about these things. Taking a look around. Oh, Storm Spirit with the haste rune. Brewmaster has to watch out now. He's been taking a lot of harassment. And he is not 6 yet, so he's not going to have the survivability. Seeing the supports, they've rotated up top actually to support Firebolt. Probably to keep him from feeding any more deaths if he doesn't need to. He does have boots, and they know. Somebody saw the courier. Oh, Firebolt sees the courier with the rune. Or with the ward, but I don't think they're going to go out and chase it. Not exactly sure what they're doing up here, to be honest with you. They do have, Keeper of the Light did pick up his boots, so. But I mean, looking around, I mean, if you take a look at levels, Keeper of the Light and Ogre Magi are still level 3, while Shadow Demon and Nature's Prophet are level 4 and 5 respectively. So, other than the Storm Spirit mid, I have to say that this is going pretty well in the favor of Dire team. I mean, Darkseer's pretty much been allowed to get his levels up as he needs. He's already level 6 now. Yeah. Darkseer is already level 6. Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer is actually only level 5, surprisingly enough, but does have 3 points in the Spirit Lance, 1 into Double Walk, and 1 into Juxtapose. Early point into Juxtapose is a little interesting. I know some people don't like it just because it can mess up your last hitting really easily. It does have his Tranquil Boots down though, so he is going to be able to survive the Darkseer harass a little bit better. Still, it's a level 3 Ion Shell now, so he's going to want to stay back away from that. There's no point in getting hit around with the Ion Shell. You can see the supports, they're roaming around. If they find a Nature's Prophet, he could be in a little bit of trouble. He does still need another, gosh, I think it's 1,900 for the whole Hand of Midas. So he needs another 400 gold for the recipe. I could be completely wrong on that, and I'm not entirely positive, so please don't quote me on that. I don't buy Hand of Midas a lot. I usually am a poor support. Oh, but he's got to watch out here, because this is a 3-man gang coming for him, and there's no way. Clockwork Cogs, and just for good measure, the Storm Spirit zips in. So 4-man gank on Nature's Prophet. Poor Prophet. Poor Prophet getting caught out there in the jungle. Good job there, though, by Radiant side, and I have to say that's something that they needed desperately. Slowing down Nature's Prophet and the Hand of Midas. Luna. Luna, be careful, you just did get killed. Or, you just saw your Nature's Prophet get killed. Taking a look back at last hits. You can see Luna's still pretty much free farming. She's got 46 last hits at the 7.5 minute mark. Pretty good. Forget exactly how much. Oh, oh, Firebolt missing his ult. But they're still all in here. Oh, Shadow Demon. And the Eclipse goes down. He wants Firebolt. I don't know what that was by Luna. Luna, you gotta focus somebody, I think. And they're chasing. So I'm kind of surprised to see Brewmaster not moving. Oh, Firebolt trying to juke. And Shadow Demon, one more right click. Luna, where are you guys going? Firebolt, if Firebolt jukes this. Oh, Firebolt, that might have been your 4th death, but that was the best death I've ever seen. So props to you, Firebolt. Firebolt, good job on the jukes. Taking a look around, just Phantom Lancer is being shut down pretty hard down here, bottom lane. The harass from Darkseer, you can tell, is really starting to get to him. Darkseer does have a Soul Ring up, so he's pretty much got infinite mana and sustain in here. Phantom Lancer does have the Tranquil Boots, but that's only going to last so long. He is going to have to be spending his mana almost to get rid of. And that's just annoying. An Ion Shell on your own creep to make it so that you can't push anything. So, checking it out. Mid, still going pretty well for Storm Spirit. He does have Arcane Boots up now, so that'll be a little bit better for him. Shadow Demon hanging around. I don't think he had vision of it, though. The ward's actually for Radiant side. Haven't quite picked up on it, but he should still be safe. So they are waiting for the Storm Spirit to get a little further down. Brewmaster has picked up boots. And Shadow Demon has a smoke in his inventory, but hasn't used it yet. Meanwhile, we've got Firebolt looking for a hook here. Luna just... oh! Firebolt just a little bit off with the hook. And so, unfortunately, they aren't going to be able to get the kill, but they are going to be able to force Luna back, and she's not going to be last inning anywhere near as well. Still, if we look at the top of the board here, I mean, Luna is sitting... Luna is sitting at the top of the last hit. She has... and then after for that, we're talking 4 or 3 more... oh, big fight going on down here. Luna does get the Ogre Magi with the Eclipse. Or not the Eclipse, the good Lucent Beam. But the rest of the team is going to escape. Firebolt manages to get away as well. And Storm Spirit zips in and goes right for the Shadow Demon. Right in the middle. Oh, ballsy move by the by the Storm Spirit. And Shadow Demon is going to be forced to back away. So Luna's not going to have her farm that she... Luna's not going to get the same farm that she had, obviously, with 3 members camping the top lane, but they're really under-leveling their supports right now. Ogre Magi is level 3, Keeper of the Light's only level 4, and, you know, we're talking... and the emulator down here on Phantom Lancer is really struggling to get his farm, to be honest with you, and Darkseer cutting the creep wave, using the Ion Shell effectively. He's forcing Phantom Lancer to take a lot of harass. And this is probably the last thing that the Radiant side wants. Because Luna, with her good start that she had, and the Midas that she has, she doesn't really care about the people being... about 3 people camping up here. She's going to be just perfectly fine anyway. Taking a look around, Storm Spirit sitting with 1,800 gold in his inventory. So... he's going to be building up to I would imagine if he was going for the Orchid, he might still just be holding off on it. But I imagine if he was going for the Orchid, he might have bought his first Oblivion Staff by now. Oh, jeez, Darkseer. Oh, and I just missed 2 kills, really. That was a little bad by me, and I will fully admit that. Good purge out on the Ogre Magi, and they're going to secure this kill. So that's going to be... they get the Clockwork, they get the Phantom Lancer down at bottom, and they managed to get the Ogre Magi as well. So, great job all around by the entire Dire side up there. And Darkseer is going to just basically take this tower and try to force Phantom Lancer off of it. And if Darkseer can take this tower, that's going to go a long way into what they're trying to do. Because right now, Nature's Prophet here, he's building up his power treads. He's going to be building up something. Oh, an Invis Brewmaster. Luna does manage to get the last hit on the top tower, so that's only going to help her farm. She's already got up a Yasha. So not even going for the drums and the Ring of Aquila build. She's just gone straight into Yasha. Oh, and down the bottom, Brewmaster, the Invis Brewmaster and the Darkseer managed to get the Keeper of the Light. So they're really underleveling the supports right now. I mean, you can see, again, I'm going to talk about this. Shadow Demon is level 6. He's got Demonic Purge. Clockwork is only level 6. And, I mean, the Clockwork offlane is level 6. Meanwhile, the offlane Darkseer is level 10. And this is a guy who was... Oh, Firebolt. Yeah, Firebolt's not having the best time as a Clockwork. Clockwork is a little bit hard, I find. I'm not a very good Clockwork myself, so I don't really have too much room to commentate on it, or comment on it, I suppose. It's a hard thing to land if you've never played it that much. You gotta practice with it at least a little bit. Oh, Storm Spirit's gotta be careful as well here. Nature's Prophet does have his TP up, although I don't think he's gonna... I don't foresee any kind of TP chasing going on. They just do... They want to take away the tower. Oh, this Storm Spirit got a little too aggressive, and that's going to be just one shot from the Brewmaster until he dies. So, not what the Storm Spirit wanted. Still is sitting with 2k gold in his inventory. Keeper of the Light's going to come and blast out the wave. But it is only a level 2 Illuminate, so it's not even it's not going to be able to counter push as effectively. Oh, they dust away, but the Ogre Magi is still here. He is gonna end up going down though, but they have to get a kill on this Darkseer. Darkseer is going to surge himself away. He is going to be fine. Ogre Magi is going to go down for his trouble as well. Oh, big 2 kills right there as well. And right now, Dire Team is just absolutely taking it to the Radiant side. Phantom Lancer has only the Robe of the Magi up. Doesn't even have one Blade of Alacrity farmed. Ogre Magi still sitting on nothing but brown boots and 3 branches. Keeper of the Light does have a wand and brown boots, but that's about it. Storm Spirit's going to chase the Shadow Demon. He is going to good defensive disruption though, so he is going to be able to. Phantom Lancer does TP in, and there's nothing they're going to be able to do about this. I don't know about this Brewmaster. Does get the kill on the... Wow, great job there. Good kill on the tower. And Storm Spirit has to watch out. He has to get away. He cannot fight this. Oh, good hook in by the Firebolt. Great hook in. And they see the Darkseer. Darkseer wall vacuum, though, gets 2. Gets the Clockwork and the Ogre Magi. But they're going to clean up the Keeper of the Light. So even if that wasn't the greatest trade of all, that's still really heavily in favor of the Dire. I mean, Phantom Lancer has no farm, and they're killing off everybody else on that. I mean, got 2 in the wall, Clockwork and the Storm Spirit. Clockwork is one guy who really needs... He just needs to have a good start, or else he's going to not be able to do a whole lot. And he's just really getting shut down. I mean, he's sitting at 0-6. 0-6-1 right now, which is not where you want to see your Clockwork at all. And they're going right after the tier 2 tower. Phantom Lancer is going to TP in order to chase away the Darkseer, but I mean, he's not going to be able to do a whole lot. He's going to take... Yeah, he isn't going to be able to get the kill on the Darkseer. Right. Darkseer sitting at level 12, full mech completed, Soul Ring up, Arcane Boots. Luna has a full Manta style. Just in case you were wondering, oh, how farmed is this Luna? Oh, she's got a full Manta style. And if she eclipsed right now... Good. Cheeky work by the Storm Spirit up top here. Alright, taking a look around at other items. Nature's Prophet is going for an Orchid. Oh, jeez. Nature's Prophet going for an Orchid. It seems. Robe of the Magi, Quarterstaff. I think... Okay, I don't know. I probably is an Orchid. Again, I still have a long way to go. I'm not going to lie. I will not try to deceive you. I am still a little bit new. I'm a little bit unconfident sometimes. Jeez. And I just missed another kill on the Storm Spirit up top. Oh. This is a Keeper of the Light that wished she was somewhere else. Good kill on the Keeper of the Light. Great combination by the Shadow Demon and the and the Darkseer. The Vacuum plus the Ion Shell plus the Soul Catcher. Really good work by them all. And Phantom Lancer has to find somewhere else to farm. Luna, meanwhile, oh my gosh, look at how fast she's taking down this tower. Does manage to get the tier 2 tower top, and Phantom Lancer is quickly running out of places to farm. And another death on the... Oh my gosh. And another death on Firebolt on the Clockwork. You can see... We're going to see Emulator on Phantom Lancer just manages to get away. Storm Spirit does clean up the Brewmaster though, so a little bit of a gain there on them, but this is just overpowering, I have to say. Nature's Prophet right now is... Yeah, Orchid. Okay, so I do know a little bit of what I'm talking about, so I'm not a complete failure. So, he was going for the Orchid. I was correct in that. I don't know why I was doubting myself. I shouldn't have been. Phantom Lancer TP's in and immediately has to juxtapose or doppel walk away. I always, for some reason, managed to get juxtapose and doppel walk backwards, but somehow or other, I one day will hope to get that right. And it looks like they're going to be going in for Roche right now, which is the smart move. They've got down everything but the bottom tier 2. The Medallion is up on Shadow Demon. I didn't even notice that one. Medallion up on Shadow Demon, and on the Brewmaster. Brewmaster has a Blink Dagger up. Blink Dagger, Phase Boots, Bottle. I imagine... excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Next, we'll probably be seeing an Ags out of them, maybe. Because that's about as farmed as you get. I mean, if that's the role you're playing your guys in, you get a Ags on Brewmaster, and you don't have to worry about a whole lot after that. Anyway. Fireball with the casual flare going down there at bottom. And I'm not really sure exactly what they're planning on doing. I mean, Emulator on Phantom Lancer just does not have the space to farm. He's got one Blade of Alacrity and a Robe of Magi. They cannot fight this right now. Luna was given such a good start that it just honestly doesn't matter what he builds up right now. Luna is going to be out farming him, period. And I just don't see how they manage to come back, especially when they're doing with things like that. And we have a disconnect from Luna, so we should see a pause. Yep, there we go. There's the pause. She has a full BKB completed. Luna does have a full BKB and the Manta style up. Darkseer has... Nature's Prophet has the Orchid completed. Hand of Midas... I mean, Hand of Midas has already paid off for itself. Darkseer, Pipe, Mech... Brewmaster, if you look around, and I said it before, if you look around, this is just not going well. Their supports were roaming so early that they just never had the time to get up the levels, never had the time to get up the farm that they needed. And if you take a look at, I haven't even been watching Last Hits, but Last Hits, Luna's that far ahead. I mean, 148 to 91. And net worth is even more in the favor. I don't know why Luna's is so low. That'll be changing, I suppose, as soon as she reconnects to the game. But I mean, 9,000 net worth on the Darkseer, 9,000 net worth on the Nature's Prophet, and not even half of that on Phantom Lancer. So I don't see how they're supposed to come back. I suppose if Phantom Lancer manages to find a lot more farms somehow, they have a chance, but right now, to say the chances are bleak is pretty affirmative, I think. Yep. Just taking a look at chat, seeing went roaming and didn't accomplish much. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what happened, Foyu. Luna pretty much had free farm until the supports came up top, but by that point she had already been fed a Hand of Midas. And there was no real stopping her after that point. Yeah, and that's basically exactly what it was. So, anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for taking or watching this. This is Liquid Pasture Community League. I think you guys all know what it is if it was posted in the thread for this tournament, I guess would be the best way to call it. League, tournament, all semantics. Hopefully, Allure comes back soon, and we'll be able to get this game underway. And maybe into Carbonell seems very, very happy about that. Yeah. Storm Spirit with a Dagon. I actually didn't notice that he bought this until just now. So Storm Spirit has the Dagon up. You can, yeah, you can make use of that whatever you want to, with whatever you want. I think that might be his sign that this game's over, and that he just wants to have a bit of fun. Possibly, maybe try to melt down a support or two. You know, Storm or Shadow Demon only does have 800 health, so maybe you can get in a few bursts and the 400 damage, or the 400 magic damage. Can do it. Who knows? They still have not taken outer tier tower yet. I don't know even how. Mid tower is down to about half. They haven't even managed to touch the bottom tower, and top tower, it's still 3/4 of the way there. So, meanwhile, they have lost all their outer tier towers. Looking at gold graph, oh, that's quite the gold graph. And XP, yeah, over 20,000 on each one. So, the game's I'm just gonna say it. The game is heavily in favor of the Dire team and all but over, I have to say. Just in my semi-unprofessional opinion. Mm. Hmm. Alright, let's see. Luna Aegis. Yeah. I think I've covered just about everything that I can. Oh, Allure just got back onto Dota 2, so we should be seeing a resume anytime now. Oh, poor emulator. Hmm. Carbonell, don't do it. You're level 6. Oh. Hmm. 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 We have biased tournament administrators. I will fully admit that. It's a big problem in the league. It needs to be solved. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Go when ready. Alright, anyway, we're back into the game, and Luna turns right around. The DDoS attack was unsuccessful. Luna is back in the game. I'm pretty sure they can still probably win this 4v5, but we'll let things play out. So, taking a look at things, Storm Spirit is pretty much the only chance that they have. I have not noticed this before, this little animation. Well, I've noticed that one. Pipe already up though, so it really doesn't matter. The treants are just able to walk through like there's nothing. Luna illusions are just... Oh, really? Oh. Now we're seeing some fighting here. Nature's Prophet wasn't able to get off a cast on anything. They end up going, well, 4 for 2. So that's an improvement. And Ogre Magi, though, doesn't look too alive right now. Yeah, and Lucent Beam does manage to finish him off. And, oh, this is a very sad Phantom Lancer. And all that pause just for the GG. Phantom Lancer, though, in true fashion, true competitive fashion, no GG, no surrender. Fight to the bitter end. Never mind. Run away. So, I mean, I think their biggest problem was that their supports just never really gave Phantom Lancer the time to roam, or the room that he needed. They roamed way too early, although with Firebolt dying so much at the top, he needed to kind of stay back and play more passively. Feeding First Blood that early on in the game, before the first creep waves even came out, was the biggest issue in my opinion. Just getting too aggressive and trying to ward up the pole camp, when there was not much of a reason to. And then feeding like 2 more deaths to him and forcing the support staff to rotate. So, I mean, well played there by the Dire team. They did a good job shutting down the Phantom Lancer and getting everything that they needed. And we're going to see you all in the next game. So, congratulations to Team Page 1, and good luck in the next game to both teams. Okay, see you there.